welcome back to another thrilling adventure.
Where are we?
Oh, goodness, that was eager.
Well, where are we? Tell the people, for goodness sake, where we are.
Bradford Avon. We're Bradford Avon. It's also half term, so as much as I've cleverly tried to disguise the fact that we have a small being, she gets everywhere.
Like, it's impossible to film without her being in something.
So this week, you're just going to have to deal with the small human.
She does look like a soccer mum in this video. She is in full yoga get-up, I guess. So
It's brilliant. I wish that they did children's Sweaty Betty. It'd be,
if Sweaty Betty's listening and they end up doing that, we'd appreciate some kind of, commission.
As you can see from the title of this glorious movie adventure, we're letting you into one of our little secrets. We ventured to boot sales, we ventured to charity shops.
And now we're venturing to...
Dress agencies.
Explain what that is, Bethany.
For all our UK viewers and our foreign abroaders...
I'm not sure that's an actual term you can use, but we'll do foreign abroaders for now.
Dress agencies, basically, they are normally situated in towns or cities. They're normally quite small shops, if we're honest. And you can take your pre-loved garments to them, and they take a 50% commission for selling them for you. So you'll get high street brands. You will get a little dabbling of high-end brands, which is where we like to.
I guess, depending on the customer, what they
attack
have.
The market. But you can see as we're browsing, there's hush dresses, like really nice hush dresses for about £20.
I would actually say if you're buying for yourself in kind of the mid-range, kind of like you say Hirsch toast, that kind of thing, great. Resale maybe not so much because they're usually priced pretty high.
However,
but with high end, they usually is a ceiling is what they think they can charge.
Also, I was going to say, they run sales quite often because they're retail units. They need to pay their rent, obviously. But also, they don't know every brand. They had Griziers in here. Griziers, about £15 for linen dresses. So there is room. This is a Sweaty Betty hoodie. It is in the legging material. We talk more about it in a haul video, which will be coming up after this video. But I've added comps for... a rough idea of hoodies from Sweaty Betty. Just to let you know of our comp system. I try and do as many as possible from eBay just because I know the majority of resellers watching are eBay resellers.
Yeah.
However, we don't necessarily base our comps on that, which is why they're sometimes a bit from other websites, etc.
Yeah, I think someone mentioned one of the last videos commented, just to clarify, this was £15. £10, sorry.
It was
15 that we got it for
10.
Yeah. But someone mentioned one of the previous videos that sometimes our comps are for new items. Yeah. The reason I do that, although we are selling pre-owned, and maybe sometimes it's newer tags, but the reason I do that is because, as Bethany said, we don't base everything and don't sell solely on eBay. Yeah. In actual fact, some of the items we find, if they're discontinued, go for more than new prices. Yes. So I'm just trying to give a bit of knowledge there. That's not... Yes. We're not regular resellers, and I don't want to be quite frank.
That blouse there or shirt was a Manolo. What you really want to be looking out for is the coats and tailored pieces from that brand.
Yeah.
Exactly that. The shirts go for about $35. It wasn't worth picking up in that instance, but if you find the coats, great money.
This was a designer rail in this particular charity shop we've just gone into. And once again, I seen drops off the hanger.
This is C by Chloe, which is obviously Chloe's sister brand. It's actually a very nice piece. And I actually think it's fairly priced for a charity shop. It's £35. I mean, there's no real
that one.
Big movement in it for us. However, it's nice to see these pieces.
I mean, you'd make £10-15, but when you're spending $35, do you really want to kind of deal with those?
Yeah, there are margins, but it's what you want it. If you're trying to get some more high-end pieces into your shop, it's definitely worth picking up things like that, making £20 on the other side, but obviously you're putting money into the business then.
I agree. These were anything between 10, 15, 20, to about £50. They had a couple of Furstenberg dresses. They had, I think, Alexander Wang.
It was tea by Alexander Wang, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it was, and it was still quite highly priced.
It was about £20 for just a basic T-shirt, which I think was a touch too much for tea by Alexander Wang. However, if you get Alexander Wang itself, main label,
great money,
well worth it. Diane von Furstenberg's another great brand to pick up. However, I would, if you're like first time buying or you're not familiar with the brand, steer to wrap dresses. That's what her sort of a cult product is.
That's what they're known for.
Yeah, nice pair of Ralph Lauren
by Ralph Lauren, yeah.
Trousers. This is a nice charity shop. It's located right next to dress agencies, and dress agencies tend to, another great secret, is if their items aren't collected by the person who's dropped them off at the end of the thing,
they offload their stock.
They give them to charity, and that is a big thing in like contracts with dress agencies. So if you can locate the nearest charity shop to a dress agency, you're probably going to win. However, sometimes they do know their prices because the dress agencies tell them.
We've actually seen dress agency kind of drop-offs, if you will, as in we knew they were in the dress agency previously, for a more expensive, higher price in the charity shop once given. So it doesn't always work that way, but like you say, it's kind of a tip that to maybe look at those charity shops in location to a dress agency.
And once again, charity shops don't know everything, so brands do slip through the cracks, and you will find something if you're regular with it and you're looking hard enough.
Yeah, I was just going to say as well, because I just kind of slipped my mind. Anyone who, like Bethany said, who isn't based in the UK, or at least kind of, the UK, I guess, dress agencies are kind of consignment stores, kind of pre-owned designer, sometimes vintage stores, but basically, as Bethany said before.
I think in the UK, though, it's mainly high-end high street.
I would say that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I think actually anyone who kind of sells or is looking to sell their pre-owned goods, especially nowadays, maybe like 5 years ago when we first kind of started more looking into kind of high-end high street on top of the kind of luxury, they started kind of going a bit kind of deeper.
This is a Lacoste jumper. Now, it's newer tags, give them that. It's actually really nice.
The reason I picked it up was it was kind of like a thick, not neoprene, but that kind of style.
Like
it looked
mesh.
So expensive.
Yeah.
And actually the camera doesn't pick how nice that jumper was.
Really nice.
If it was for me, £45 was actually really reasonable, because that jumper would have been not huge money, but it would have been plus £100, maybe 150 from Lacoste. Because it was part of a certain range of collection.
Considering it's Lacoste in a Chazza, I think, Rebel, a lot of the resellers are picking up Rebel, and I probably should have got these. They were £8 new with tags. It's just not my cup of tea. Honestly, I don't have the will to live when listing that kind of stuff. So.
Any videos you see from us, once again, like you might see 1,000 things. Why didn't you pick that up? Why didn't you pick that up? And you know what? There's things we probably should have, inverted commas, picked up. But for us, and I say it all the time, we have so much stock. We kind of try and pick things either we like or kind of, to quote Mary Kondo, which bring us spark joy. Because to be honest, if you're listing all day every day, it is brutal if you couldn't give a about what you're listing.
I agree.
And I think even like when it comes to menswear, so I know like a lot of men prefer doing menswear because of that reason. Yeah. They get it, they enjoy it, they can list it very quickly. It just so happens, well, obviously both of us do this, but also we've both worked in male and female based boutiques or stores.
Yes, I actually prefer listing men's. It is much simpler.
And do you know what? I honestly, I would say this. I prefer dealing with women's wear. I enjoy women's wear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think maybe
I left this in to annoy you.
Thank you. I to be fair, that was
all
right.
There's never any body shots of you, so I left
it. If
in.
anyone wants body shots of me, you're more than welcome. Please
slide into the DMs. God. I find when these more affluent towns, menswear is just hit and miss in general. But in these more affluent towns, you get a lot of I would say sports jackets, tailoring. Yeah, you can see here a lot of Marks and Spencer's chinos.
And I would guess as well that's, without being brutal, that's age driven. There aren't many nowadays, at least. Call me out if I'm wrong, because you always do. But anyone under 30. Most people under 30, unless you have a specific job which would kind of entail having these, I don't think you own Marks and Spencer chinos. I just don't think it's a thing.
No. Unless you're going to a summer jubilee party with your mum.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Unless it's something which would need it. But that's quite
chinos used to be really in a few years
chinos
ago.
Were a vibe. No, but I'm saying actually in actual fact, Marks and Spencer's are quite expensive for chinos.
Yeah.
I mean, they're quality, they're very nice, but I'm going off on a chino rant now. Always check the wallets, guys, the ties, the belts. We're just adding more to that.
I love how this green plastic bag's become the star of the show, if I'm honest.
I mean, I'm just wiggling it, and I don't care,
my plastic bag don't jiggle, it folds.
It doesn't fold.
It doesn't fold, no, not at all.
It does jiggle slightly.
Okay.
you know what? One thing I do love truly about men's, though, going back to women's versus men's, like men's t-shirts, and I say men's, most printed t-shirt are based on a men's. They're not for men necessarily, but they're printed on a men's body style shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirts are based on men's bodies.
What, squares?
Like, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
True though, isn't it?
Rectangle men.
It's true.
But men's isn't very thrilling at the moment, I have to say. I mean, it picks up later because we hit another store, which we'll talk about later on in the video. That's the demographic right there. I mean, he's vibing, but I
think he was fuming that I was actually like kind of in the area
dominating men's.
Yep, I am a dominator.
I thought that tie looked really nice. Always check the ties and always check the belts. We learned that big style in this video. Sort of big style.
Yeah, we do. We do.
But I like that tie.
I was just thinking in my terrible memory. I was thinking, did we actually or did we not?
Oh, green plastic bag ruined the moment there.
Sorry. That would have been terrible. If that was like a big reveal, that would have been terrible.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big reveal.
It wasn't a big reveal.
That is a heck of a colour on that plastic bag, just to go back to that.
Yeah, no. If I had edited all that out, you wouldn't have a video. So we had to leave it in.
The bag content.
All their hard goods were good in this shop. A lot of Viceroy and Brock. B-O-U. B-O-C-H. Just never know what to pick up on that brand. So if anyone wants to let me know and tell me the secrets of that brand in the commentary section down below. I know they have a lot of like outlet shops nowadays, and they stocked a few department stores. So it'd be interesting to know if there are any pieces that are worth looking out for.
Yeah, specifics. Although you are yep. So she showed me Elf there. Elf.
Seasonal.
Well, yeah.
Seasonal.
It wasn't Elf, the movie. She was showing me that it was that guy from Elf.
Right. Here I am. Look at this. This is power.
Look at
moves.
this. Boom. I don't know if you saw that on camera. Probably not. Comes up, grabs a cup. There you go.
What I found downstairs, look at my face now. Right now, look.
So excited. See, those are actual facials just there.
I found this, £7.50. This is Blue Marine. If you don't know Blue Marine, you need to get on Google and sort your life out. I added some comps for some, not similar dresses, but some dresses from Blue Marine because I couldn't find anything bloody similar. And it
doesn't matter. This is a brand that, All Saints, if you get a cotton t-shirt or you get a leather jacket, it differs very
we talk about it in depth in the whole video, which is going to be released the day after this. This is a mug. I liked it. I picked it up because it was wonky. And guess what? There was a doggy in it. And it was Anthropology, £3.50, and these are the comps. Thank me later, Austin. Thank me later.
I don't know. Yep, okay.
There were none sold, but there was one listed for 30. So I'll probably go for 25 to 30.
And this is why I say shout if you ever see anything, because as much as like Bethany saw that, to be fair, nothing to do with me. I always think to myself,
I left your knees in to annoy you.
Oh, that's a heck of a knee.
This
was really cool, actually. You know what? 9 times out of 10, trunks are terrible. This wasn't terrible necessarily, but they're old, they're cheap, or they're just badly made. You just never know, though. We have friends who have found Goyard, Louis Vuitton, so many different trunks, because not all of them, believe it or not, are monogrammed, and if they are, they don't look like you'd expect them to. So just remember, always check the trunks.
I'm on the floor. That's a Nigella teapot. Nigella's range of like homewares and like kitchenware actually goes really well. The reason we don't pick it up,
it's a personal thing, isn't it?
It is a personal hatred, but it is really worth picking up. We bought a bread bin. We sent the bread bin smashed. We were very lucky to find another of the same bread bin.
Within about the same week.
And we said to the customer, we actually, oddly, have another one. And we sent her that one. And it's smashed. These are EMI film. I looked these up. Couldn't find anything on them. I think they're really cool.
Yeah, so did I. And they were £7. So I didn't know, once again.
I couldn't find
a charity shop. Like, someone's going to tell me they're worth like £1,000. In which case, please do. And I will pop back to get them. But if I'm truthful, stuff like that. I don't know. Like, if we're on our own, like, it does have a lot to do with being with the small one.
Yeah, you've got to be a bit zippier.
Like, I just don't have time to check some of these things, and that's my fault.
I couldn't find
maybe we lose out because of
though.
that, but that's life. Most of the time, to be fair, she's in school, and it's not. It's kind of it's a relaxed pick.
Experience.
Yep.
If you will.
Experience?
Yes, experience. They had a few.
It's an experience to be out anytime with you, my dear.
Oh, there's a mint velvet top for £7.50.
I just had to show it.
That's how well we did on the Blue Marine. That's why I'm trying to,
Yeah.
And they had a few things in the case as well. There's some Miu Miu shoes. They had some Chloe shoes, all semi-reasonably priced, but not enough for us.
For anyone who like gets the impression that we drag the small one along anywhere, you just see that dancing. That's not dragging, baby. She is living life.
She loves it. This is a newer charity shop to the area.
This was a vibe, this charity shop.
But it was closed, and that was just like hurt my soul.
Look at this one. It's for like cats and dogs or something.
Yeah, this is snazzy. This is probably the snazziest charity shop I've entered.
Do the people still breathing say snazzy?
Snazzy, groovy. I'm trying to get groovy back in.
Oh, I don't know if that's ever going to be a situation.
Groovy.
There were some cool things here at this shop. It was really cool, actually. This is, once again, terrible. There you go. I'm trying to let you guys see. This was, like, down, but I don't know who it was made. I did find out who it was made by.
But it wasn't interesting?
No, not at all. But why I was interested, because it was down.
Great story there, Oz.
No, because I was actually going to say, I always find down, obviously, the usually expensive jackets across the board, but I always find it just feels a lot, as much as the puffers are, like, puffy, they're a lot harder. Down is harder than, like, just cheap kind of polyester lined, etc. For a quick way to tell.
This men's section was a bit better, though, wasn't it? Marginally.
Well, the last one, yeah, of course. I think they have a specific stock, this store. I don't know how. I think they are, like, it's kind of shipped in as opposed to local donations.
I think it is local donations. I think the people in the back know what they got, but they also price reasonably.
Fair enough.
They got, like, a specialty, like, selected rail.
Look at that action.
Which are sort of the higher, nicer end pieces.
Yeah, that was cashmere.
Not overly priced. They're priced accordingly, I think. Do you think?
Yeah, I do. What do you mean is well, they're
obviously aware of the brands.
They're aware of the brands
separately.
And I also appreciate, once again, as I said earlier, I think there's a ceiling to them. So, like, nothing, unless they go gold or like diamond, it's not going to be over £50. And to be honest, if a dress retail was £900 and could sell for £300 or £400, £50 is nothing.
Well, actually, Austin doesn't show it in his GoPro footage.
Why would I?
But in their little cabinet, they had a Tom Ford roll-on, which is really a little interest to me, but it's £22, which I think...
When you say roll-on, do you mean makeup?
No, it's a roll-on perfume.
Oh, okay.
It was very small. You know, this travel roll-ons?
I do, yeah.
Yeah,
they look like lip soles, kind of that size.
Sealed, but they also had diptyque, and I didn't look them up, and I've just remembered
now. They were pouches. They
pouches?
Were patches.
I'm going to look them up while I'm talking to you. They were £9.50 in the box. I couldn't see if they were sealed. They didn't look sealed.
Sealed, you mean?
Sealed. But Diptyque is a great perfume brand. They also make candles.
Yeah, this was cool. North Face kind of pouch zip around. We've sold a couple of these before, but you know what? Unless they are, oh God, I can't think of the, not Gore-Tex. Is it the kind of fabric they use? This was a very basic one, like just literally kind of nylon.
Yeah, we had like a climbing bag one, didn't we?
A proper one with the zips and the clips, and they go for good money. These were Barker, £18, and they were very small size, so not so much.
I think that's a bit much for Barker anyway. Meantime, I'm also rummaging in ladies, so wait until we get to that. So I just looked up those Diptyque, just for anyone who cares to know. And they go for about £25 sealed on eBay.
And they weren't sealed, and they were 18?
No, they were £9.50.
£9.50, okay.
So it's not too bad.
So that's a just Kavali shirt, obviously sister brand to the mainline. However, that's new.
What is the main line?
That's new, just Kavali, Roberto Kavali.
People might not know that.
I thought you were testing me, and I kind of found that insulting. How rude! No, I'm joking. What was going to say? Yeah, so that was just Kavali. I was just checking. That is a brand I just really like the label of. I haven't researched that either. Bad me. I'm just showing you the detail here.
I like that little clippy.
For £9, that's actually a decent shirt.
£9, that was quite good money.
Yeah, but like, do we need another blue shirt? Truthfully,
no, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. Right. And however, when you flip this round, not that guy.
No, not that guy.
But this guy, this is also just Kavali. However, this is vintage just Kavali, and vintage just Kavali is so different to kind of new stuff which you find in TK Maxx. It's
normally a lot more graphic than the main line.
And this, sorry to interrupt you. What I was going to say is for all the people kind of who have their opinions on different lines of designers or brands. What annoys me is they all look a comp on just Kavali for a shirt and see that it goes for £17, right?
Yeah.
That's why comps are a load of BS, excuse my French.
I didn't put comps in for that reason.
There you go. So a regular Just Kavali shirt like that blue one, it technically is the same brand, might sell for anything between £25 to £60 if you're lucky. This shirt will be a lot more than that. Yeah. So don't use comps. Use your common sense and do a bit more research than just checking eBay comps. Because honestly, I just think it's a waste. It's a waste of an item.
The be all and end all.
They're really not.
If you're just on eBay, then they are a little bit, but let's encourage each other to be top comp.
Also, I heard, we got to talk about this one as well. You talk about this one quickly.
Really quickly, this was the ex-creative director of Izzy Miyake. It's a really nice piece, wool knit. It's got like a little skull emblem there. I won't butcher the name, but I've added a comp of a similar jumper because I couldn't find the exact one.
We go into a greater detail on all these items, just to let you know, on the haul, which I know Bethany said will be after this separately. We're doing a separate video.
Because it's been requested so much that we actually talk in depth about the brands. You can only fit so much in when we have to speed waffle.
Exactly that. The other thing I was going to say, a decent comp. The other thing I was going to say, just going back to the other stuff about comps and eBay in general.
Really quickly, Chinty and Parker, 100% cashmere, size small, elbow patches, got the really
little
cute
CP on the back.
Yeah, the CP. That's
nothing like it, though,
I tried to find a plain jumper,
which just doesn't happen with Chinty and
Parker.
Parker.
They didn't have that one.
Yeah.
But they retail for about $200 for the cashmere.
Just quickly going back to comps as well is, if I were to have 3 shirts from Marc by Marc Jacobs, for example, and price them at £15 because I bought them for £1 at a boot sale, that doesn't mean that's the base level for a Marc by Marc Jacobs shirt. That means that's what I put them on for. So I don't know why people are using eBay comps as the be all and end all. Please research. And also that's another reason I don't use eBay comps necessarily all the time for our comps, because that's not how we sell things.
No, we sell in a slightly different manner. That may not fit how you sell, but we want to give you as much information on how we sell, so maybe you can, tweak what you do or just learn something. I don't know.
And as I say, that's what we do. I'm not saying your way or anyone else's way is wrong. What I'm saying is, when people ask the question, what can I put in X? No, I don't do that, because that's what we don't do.
Yes.
You know?
If that makes sense.
In the same way I'm telling people not to do that.
This is a speciality. £18 for a barber scarf.
Used,
which isn't...
They cost like 28, maybe £40 max
bad,
new.
But it's quite bad. A bit of Reese on this reel, old label Reese. I can't see Austin's going too fast. That's Majestic Finishers, which is another great brand if you can get it cheap enough.
This was their high-end rail though, so like even the base levels were like 18, 20, 25 pounds.
Yeah, it was a bit more expensive, but I still think they were reasonably priced. I'm bigging up this Chazza hard style because I thought it was good.
Hard style.
Yeah, hard style. Bit of whistles, a bit of that's white stuff actually, but the label looks posh.
Yeah, it did.
A bit of everything. Variety is the spice of life on this rail. We do come across in a minute. We do come across some APC. APC is a great brand if you know of it. APC corduroy trousers. They had put on the label they've been altered, which isn't always the end of the world if they can be unpicked successfully. They're £15, but unfortunately the leg had been cut inside.
What you find, just quickly for talking about altered trousers, what you find usually as well with jeans, obviously denim, any darker colours, and most even corduroy is a good example, where they kind of iron or steam them after they've been altered. The problem is when you unfold them, you have it not only a crease line, but it's worn. The colour will be different, and there's not a huge amount you can do unless you're going to sell them altered, which you can. They have to be cheap to be sold altered, though. Would you agree?
I agree, because there's no going back from an altered leg.
No, I agree, 100%.
The end customer can always alter them if they want to, but once they have been pre-altered, they are nice though. And
they're gorgeous.
Corduroy, and I love corduroy.
Corduroy always looks expensive to me.
Very utility.
It's a lovely. You're actually wearing a corduroy jacket in this, aren't you? So you're biased.
My jacket, just in case anyone doesn't care, is Toast, and it's Toast corduroy, and I've worn it
several thousand times.
I wore it every winter season for the last 4 years, like daily, and it looks brand new.
Yeah, it does.
I love it. I love it so much. I got a denim one from Toast too, and that's really worn, and it looks fabulous.
Oh, the black denim, yeah. Sorry, I was like denim,
yeah. Yeah,
we haven't got that yet, true.
So while Austin was paying, I just left this little clip in. I checked the belts while Austin was paying.
See, always check the belts.
And we found the double braided APC belt. APC belts retail for about 120-ish. And we also talk about that in the haul video, just to let you know. I was just really proud of myself that I checked the belts.
Really good job. This is road safety at its finest. The best thing to do near any kind of main road would be dance.
Jig, it's a jig.
A jig, like a two-step almost. But hey, she's alive, so we're winning.
I wanted to show you the outside of this shop. It's called Alfred's, and it is the men's dress agency in the same town, owned by the same people.
This I will give a shout out to Alfred's. There's no secret.
Big up Alfred's.
Honestly, they have great stuff. They have great prices.
Their prices are ridiculous.
Honestly, even if you're just a guy who wants some nice clothes or some good brands or fancies a pair of new jeans, check them out, because honestly, you'll pay like River Island New Look prices for a pair of a nice new Levi's or.
It's ridiculous.
This is a total vibe. This is a spell out vintage Kenzo Golf. Look at that collar, guys. This was like under £10, was it?
No, it was £12.
£12, was it? Was it?
Yeah, but that's a bargain.
Okay, £12, sorry. But once again, these...
I was getting really excited in the shop, let you know.
This is polo...
Oh, that's good. I was showing you comps of the golf there.
So that's a basic. That was vintage, yeah?
Yeah. This is, I pulled this for Austin to look at because Austin's a collector of Ralph Lauren. I don't know how many times he told you. I don't think you have, actually. Anyway,
probably not.
This is a mountaineering coat and it's fur lined. It weighed a ton. Honestly, I thought my arm was going to break off.
Probably the heaviest coat I've ever felt my entire life.
However, on later inspection, it was for Casey.
Yeah. I had a good look later, and do you know what? Like, there's just so many tells. I won't go into it because I don't show it on film.
Nice.
But
it was nice.
It was sad because it was such a well built jacket. I feel like it did itself a disservice by putting a knockoff label on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have put anyone's label on, and charged £50 for it.
Yeah, it's true.
It was that nice.
They obviously.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry,
because I always do.
Sorry, Austin.
Move back, citizen. No, did I pick? Please tell me I went back. I did, didn't I?
Yeah, because I was getting overexcited.
So quickly. There's another one for Bethany.
Mulberry.
God, this is hard work. This video.
Jacket.
We show each other our finds constantly. This is a Rugby. That logo there is Rugby from Ralph Lauren. It's a discontinued brand, but it was such a loved brand. Side note, the Ralph Rugby flannel shirts were where Virgil Abloh of Louis Vuitton and Off-White fame started his career. He screen printed Pyrex on the back of Rugby Ralph Lauren flannel shirts, and that was his first ever item sold on the main scale market.
Also, Pyrex was his brand before Off-White, just to clarify that for anyone who doesn't know that.
So don't tell me I don't know my stuffs. No one tells me that.
But in the meantime, they've obviously had a drop. It's very local to the Mulberry country, so they've obviously had a drop of Mulberry's menswear, and they have multiple great pieces. They were very cheap. That fishing utility jacket was £50. Resale wise, there's not a huge amount in it, just because menswear doesn't carry that popularity that the handbags and small leathers do. Women's wear, even for Mulberry, isn't as fabulous as obviously their handbags, but there's some great pieces. So this is from the Mulberry team.
Do you know what that reminds me of? What was the invite for like Yeezy season 3 or something? Where they had the jacket and they sent people the mesh jacket. It's the same, but like translucent. That's Edwin, as in Edwin.
They make great jeans, yeah.
But it was a t-shirt, and to be honest, like, it would have gone for a few quid, but there's not a huge money in it. But you get the jeans. They
must have had, by the way, six or seven Mulberry jackets. I keep coming back with
I tried every single one on in the hope they would fit me, and guess what, guys? No. Just no.
No bueno. I don't know what that means. I'm just saying that.
I don't know.
No good? I thought it meant no good, actually. No bueno. No.
I have no idea. Something to do with chocolate?
Language lesson. But yes, has some great Mulberry pieces. If you're in the market for yourself, then you should probably get down there because it was well worth it for your own outfit.
It was quite funny. The guy behind the counter, I went in initially and I started looking at the top right-hand side, which is a small. And most people don't get my humour. And he looked at me and said, can I ask what size you're looking for? As in, I was looking for myself. I looked at him, I said, I understand I'm not a small. I'll just carry on looking. I'm looking.
A bit rude,
it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Like, old double XL McGee here.
He was very slim as well.
Yeah, he was a tiny man.
He was a
close fair play to him, because I'm not. But no, he was cool. He was nice enough. He wasn't trying to be funny or rude, I don't think. Maybe he was. Who cares? Moving on.
Oh, I found this other Mulberry varsity jacket. It's 100% silk. Austin actually owns this. I bought this for one of our anniversaries. I found this for him.
Yeah.
It's got a Mulberry tree on the back. I'm just not showing you. However, it no longer fits his beautiful body.
As
so
shown
that
in
was
that mirror.
a bigger size. This is really cool. This is Thomas Burberry.
That looks very Ralph, actually.
The fusion line of Burberry. It was like a reversible fleece shell, little bomber.
It was so thick too.
Austin did also try that.
It was reversible.
However, that was £20. We didn't get it because Thomas Burberry diffusion line is not really our bag.
Listen, it would have sold on Depop all day long for between 50 and 75 quid. However, it's heavy, it's large, and once again, storage. Like we have a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's not even maxed out, but we have so much stuff in storage. It seems pointless spending extra cash and have it tied up.
But it was really nice. If for your own wearing, it honestly.
I would honestly sometimes, you see people on YouTube videos saying, I'm going to put this back for someone else to enjoy. Yeah. I feel like that about pieces like that.
Sometimes you've got to do it. This is where I find the Stussy vest that features in the haul. Nothing really special, but we're going into festival season, and that's a really good find for like the kids that are cool and not like me. And it's got a big spell out on the back, and it was £6. £6 of our finish English coin.
Cool. Yeah, new Polo Sport there.
A lot of variety in this shop, though.
Honestly, like I can't shout about the shop enough, because if you're shopping for yourself, there are so many nice things for really what I would call slightly above charity shop prices, but not considering this guy is an independent store.
You don't ever see men's pre-owned. Women's dress agencies are very common.
I think we had a conversation recently, just me and you, about how little you see in men's section compared to ladies.
Yeah.
Just a whole thing.
And also I asked Max from the Weirdo, and it is an ex-butcher, so all the walls are tiled, just in case anyone cares about interiors. I love an interior.
It's quite a quirky little shop, and it's cool.
It's cool. I was just thinking, it's got a vibe. It's a nice vibe. And this is where it abruptly ends for Austin to dress himself, and we're going to go over to us in the future. Future us. That video, that GoPro action ended rather abruptly because Austin decided that he was going to do a full try-on session and personally shot for himself.
I don't understand the problem.
I mean, I was encouraging it, but and just let you know.
I'm going to show footage of her encouraging it. How about that?
Regardless, for the first time in the Luxury Pickers history, we are going to do a full haul video from the trip that we just did, explaining and talking about labels a bit more in depth, so you can have a bit more in-depth knowledge. You will still get our rambling over GoPro footage and all that glorious stuff.
We've already seen that.
But if you're really into wanting to know the stuffs, then we will be uploading a haul tomorrow night. Or the same night? Who knows?
The same night. Who knows? Check our channel.
Yes.
Take your chance. Just because, not that it wasn't a great haul, it was a great haul, but more because people have been asking for us to do actual, not just the footage at charity shops and retailers and chop and change.
Want to see
so we're
more
going to give some of that as well.
In depth. There's only so much I can
That's okay.
There's only so much I can fit into 30 seconds of how fast Austin edits clips.
It hurts. It hurts so bad.
In here. Anyway,
in my heart.
I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, don't care. If you did, cool. And we'll be back with another hunting video soon. But until then, enjoy.
We don't hunt. That would be cruel to animals.
Comment down below, subscribe, get us to 1,000, so I don't have to beg anymore.
We might have 1,000 at this point, but if we don't, please just take pity on our souls and help us out.
Pity, just do a pity subscribe.
Like a charity video.
Yeah. This Christmas,
those poor people.
We will be alone.
Those terrible, terrible, awful things that are happening. They haven't got 1,000 subscribers. Just help them out. We too could use your help. Just click subscribe. You lazy looking mother. I'm just joking. Too much. Okay, we'll leave it there.
Bye.
Bye.